Alright, let's get into today's POG mission. You're leaving the country because one of you, like, I don't know what you did. I'm not paid to know. I'm just here to coordinate everything. So you're going to be spawning in this compound, alright? And this is the evac point. Now, we could just leave right now, but where would be the fun in that? There's a lot of cool stuff that we need to get, guys. So here's the base, alright? It's actually a really nice, cool looking base here, alright? To explain the map in a bit more detail, actually, these little green dots represent fortified positions that'll help you defend the perimeter of this base while the evac is going on. This just shows you where Op 4 are coming from, you know, every single crazy little direction here, so keep that in mind. If we were to look from an air view, for example, here's what some of those fortified positions look like. Do note, this is one of your arsenal crates. I'll go look at that in a second. Here's another one. Here's another one. We got one back over here. But again, they're all marked on the map with that green dot. Now, this is the spawn point for that helicopter. Do be aware that helicopter does not respawn. You got 3 of these cars here with the GMG. You got these boxes out here. They're empty. You can move them into this building, and you see we've got 2 of your arsenals in here. Now, I'm trying to remember if I put those anywhere else. There's one up there for that control point right there, and I think that's it, in all honesty. So we do have a squad of AI helping to defend this position. You've got multiple squads and vehicles on the airfield as well. This is a debug squad. I'm going to delete that. So you've got a good perimeter going here is what I'm trying to say. And you've got a good amount of stuff you got to do. So the actual operation is really, really simple. You are trying to evacuate all of this stuff and all of the people in there to 2 planes, all right? Let me explain the first objective. These are a bunch of VIPs, okay? Don't ask. You'll figure it out. But they all can fit in this plane over here, okay? So you want to get them all in this plane. They'll take up all of these front seats, and then when you escape, you can take these back seats. You'll all fit. I checked. And then that's one of your pilots' jobs, to take that seat. The other one will then take this plane, because this plane is going to be filled with all those cargo items you saw. Now, here is the deal. You got 1 helicopter here. If it goes down, you've got 5 other helicopters over here. If you manage to lose all of those helicopters, you gotta escape, okay? That's the only way you can do it here. So you got Triple R on the airfield in case it's needed. You got Triple R back at base. It's a little messy. Now, here's the deal. Each one of these helicopters can take 8 cargo slots worth of items. The plane has 5,000 cargo spaces. It can hold all of this stuff, but the helicopter can only carry a limited number. Now, here's the deal. These pallets of gold only take 2 slots of that cargo space. So you can load 4 of these pallets into that helicopter. These fuel drums take up 4 slots. So you can load up 2 of these and 2 of those if you want, or 1 of these and 1 of those, because these are also 4 cargo slots. Now, what are in these? It's really important to know. A bunch of randomized stuff. Okay? Don't worry about it. Now, here's the deal. Metagame-wise, you can just unload what's in this cargo crate and put it in this other cargo crate. Don't do that. Please don't do that. That'll greatly shorten the length of this mission. I prefer you not to do that little metagamey thing, because I was running out of objects that we could do that with. Now, here's another quick thing. The range of loading and unloading the objects is really, really finicky, all right? So note how when I go over this one, I only get the rename option. But if I were to move this helicopter a wee bit closer, then I get the option to load. So do note that when the pilot is coming in to land, he needs to land close by what he wants to load in, okay? So use your third person, all right? Gotta be careful about that. Now, here's the deal. You could technically load both cargo and personnel in the helicopter at the same time, but that also means that this helicopter is going to be on the ground for longer, and when it's on the ground for longer, it's going to be a threat. What is it called? It's going to be under threat, because bad guys will be up there, and if you're taking rocket artillery and shit, you're going to have a bad time if this thing's grounded for more than a few minutes. So you got to be defensive about it. I would recommend air. If it needs to do triple R, it goes to the other airfield instead. And hopefully these won't get blown up. I'll be honest with you. I'll be focusing my attacks in here, and then when we start transitioning to the actual evac, that's when I'll start attacking this position. So keep that in mind. I've cut all the fuel of their friendly Vics, by the way, so they won't move around. So theoretically, you shouldn't have any friendly vehicles in the area. But I do have one important asset for you if anything goes astray. Also, final thing, there will be a little thing of statics probably back here. I haven't spawned them yet, but it'll be a mix of M2s and Mark 19s, a tow launcher or two, stuff like that. So you can, like, you know, put those on these high areas where these AI are, for example. But again, I've done a great deal fortifying this area and changing it up. I'll probably also add like a ladder over here or something so you can get to that rooftop a bit easier. But I digress. If you ever need support, you might have noticed that there's an A10 over here, okay? Fluffers is here to help, all right? Now, the thing about Fluffers is, let's say you need that hill to go boom, boom, bye-bye, you know, because you're getting pounded to shit. It happens, all right? It honestly happens, all right? Fluffers has, you know, a lot of abilities here. So just give me a second. All right, so again, like, let's say you're really getting your butt kicked, your air assets are down. We don't want you to fail, you know? So Fluffers, he'll come in and help you out. Let me show you what he's capable of, all right? So let's say that hill is giving you trouble, all right? Now, I haven't actually dropped anything yet. JK. See, whatever was on that hill is now gone. So if you absolutely need it, feel free, but every time we do something like that, he is going to take 1 pallet of gold for himself. I am warning you now. He isn't cheap, but he's very, very good at what he does, okay? And that's just one of his armaments, all right? He's got everything in the A10, but he uses his pocket dimension to spawn more, all right? It's really, really crazy. So that's the whole purpose of the op, okay? Bring the surprise. Bring the supplies. Rescue our genetically engineered cat girls and, you know, get them in the planes. And once everything's loaded, we take off and we get away and we leave Pakistan behind. I know. What a great operation. All right? That's all you got to know. All right? So thank you. I hope everything goes well.